Hi everyone, I'm Ken from Crypto Trading KS. If you're new, welcome, and welcome back to our regular community. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin currently trading at 40,864, up 8.36%. Ethereum trading at 2777, up 5.23%. Let's have a quick look at the Ethereum tokens. Axie Infinity up 5.4%. Uni up 12.33%. If you're new, I'd like to let you know that everything I do for you is free. 7 days a week, I share my knowledge as a full-time technical trader with 20 plus years of experience to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love. Rule 222, be kind to others. It's Kindness Day for us in the community. This is a really important rule. Our community is focused on real wealth. Real wealth is more than riches. It's about being rich internally as well. It's about meaning, fulfillment, and happiness. Kindness is a great way to get there. Ronald Reagan, the 40th US president, said, "We can't help everyone, but everyone can help someone." This is really all about kindness. Reaching out and helping people is a really nice thing to do. It's very meaningful. Look at these beautiful pictures. Kindness is pre-programmed. You only have to look at kids to see just how kind they are. They can be naughty too, but they're really kind. Look at this little one trying to help this rabbit up. Wow. And look at this little girl. She's wiping the tears away from someone on TV. This is a special episode. We're going to go through 93 community alts. Let's have a look at Bitcoin's technical analysis. That will help us understand and analyze the alts better. We can see Bitcoin has tried to come up through this structural resistance line here. It's a very major one. It's doing quite a good job of it. It's currently using it as support. Let's see what happens. There will be a lot of people trying to sell Bitcoin down at the moment. We'll see how this plays out. We have 93 alts here. What I would like to do is just explain how these different sections work. Positive movers, negative movers. About a week ago, I looked through CoinMarketCap. I took the 7-day percent gainers and the 7-day greatest percent losers, and I put those in those two lists. For example, the greatest 7-day gainers were these ones, ranked in order. The greatest losses were these ones, ranked in order. What I wanted to do was share with the community how something could change. For example, if Rune was a greatest gainer like a week ago, how is it going now? Is it still going up? Has it collapsed? What's happening with it? I thought that would be really valuable to the community. As we have quite a few here, let's go for it. Now, one more thing that I'll just discuss quickly. There you will see a consistent line and a consistent line. I tried to create the same kind of analysis on every chart. I've tried to make this analysis as comparable as I can. So let's have a look at Rune. Rune, as we see, bypassed this resistance and has been forming a very nice channel up. You can see the price is increasing. There's positive air, fresh air above that support line. That shows strength. We are always interested in strength. Let's have a look at Anchor. Anchor has also made its way up. Not quite the same as Rune, is it? Rune was more of a straight line. Anchor is moving in steps. Let's check out Neo. Neo maintained this particular line, this support line, quite well, sought to break above it, and now is regaining that support. It's still looking quite strong. Sia Coin has maintained that support line incredibly well. Have a look at Luna. It bypassed that resistance, is maintaining that support line quite well. It has some fresh air above the support. That's a good thing. DOT is also maintaining that support line. It's just currently a little above it. We can see the quant rallied up and then retested that support line and is just consolidating up there. We can see Bitcoin Gold has started to decay. It's still increasing, but it's under that support line. It's not quite as strong as the other ones. Looking at Link did really well. It's still going up, but you can see it has a little bit of a different type of price behavior currently. Solana is in this cradle. That's always quite a good thing to get this cradling. We can see Solana has been coming up well. It's got a bit of fresh air above that support line. DigiByte is holding that support line, but it's just a little bit below it now. It's kind of losing a little bit of strength relative to the other alts. XRP did really well. It shot up above that line, above the support line, and then it came back to do a retest. It's a little bit weaker now under that resistance. 0x, ZRX is maintaining that support line quite well. We can see Uni is remaining strong. It dipped under that support. It became resistance, but it got above it. It's still above support. All of these tokens were the top movers from about a week ago. You can see that most of them, well, all of them primarily, have moved up. What about the negative side of the market? What do you think happened there? Let's look at Telcoin. Tel is continuing to degrade in price. T-Fuel was doing okay, but then has slipped and is showing weakness below that same line that we used on all the other alts. This relative comparison is a real gem. If you can set your analysis, I guess, if you can set your analysis up like this to compare the same kind of logic, the same structures across your portfolio, you'll find it really valuable. We can see ICP has been under a lot of negative price pressure. It's being squashed. If we compare the positives to the negatives, we can see that ICP is quite well below that one support line. It's very heavily resistance now. With MDX, we can see MDX is consolidating outside that resistance. This is a good sign. Looking at Sushi has basically gone into a consolidation mode and is seeking to move up now. What I've done for you is I've put Bitcoin's fingerprint in this sort of goldy orange line behind each of the graphs so that you can see how the alt is behaving relative to the price movement in Bitcoin. Algo maintained support but then dropped under. It's kind of doing a bit of a consolidation through this level. Dogecoin was maintaining support, but it's gone pretty much flat. We can see Comp maintained itself above resistance, failed on that retest, came above resistance, held by this underneath support line. It's cradled and it's moving up. These cradles can be very, very good investing and trading opportunities. SHIB unfortunately has a lot of negative air above it. It is under resistance and you can see there's a lot of price pressure. Relatively, Theta is doing quite well. It was in the loss area, but you can see it's trying to get back up to that resistance. This is a lot stronger than the other negative movers. Harmony 1 is very much under resistance. Matic is also under resistance. There's a certain level of consolidation that's occurring through here. Mana broke through resistance and it's turned it to support. It's done a retest and it's seeking to resume off. IOTA maintained this support line but dipped under it. It's seeking to come back now. ICX maintained this support line up to resistance and then kept on going. SNX came up this support line. It's just basically moving along quite slowly. A little bit of weakness there, but that's to be expected with the sell-off in Bitcoin pushing the gravity of SNX down. Phantom FTM is trying to get back to this support line. It's currently under resistance, but it's showing some strength now. Axie Infinity was showing a lot of strength. We can see it's just getting above this resistance. Kava was also showing a lot of strength, is trying to get back above this resistance line. Tomo had a really interesting chart. This is just a community alt. We can see this resistance turned to support and it's now supporting price upwards. Stacks crossed across this resistance, sought to make its way up. It's got a little bit of erratic trading here. It's currently under resistance. Ethereum is under resistance but quite strong in its upward approach. Binance coin is under resistance, seeking to consolidate. ADA is making a move up, but it's still under this resistance relative to the other alts. Bitcoin Cash was doing well, holding this support. Now it's gone into consolidation. Litecoin was doing really well, holding that support line, but it's gone into consolidation as well, under resistance. Ethereum Classic is consolidating under this resistance. Stellar XLM has been consolidating for quite a while. VET is starting to gather some positive momentum. We can see that by the way price is repairing itself. Filecoin is showing strength. It's still going up, not quite at the same rate as the line, but it's still moving upwards. Tron is showing more strength. It's near that support line, just trying to get above it. Earlier in the week, Monero was selling off. XMR has now repaired that and is seeking to attack this resistance line. Aave has not been able to hold that support, but it is still improving in price. EOS maintained the support for a while, came into consolidation. It's still underneath resistance. Cake bypassed this resistance, sought to maintain this support line, kind of getting close to it, still under, but Cake is improving in price. FTX token, FTT, you can see some real power here. It's above that support line. That's what we're looking for. That's why we're doing very consistent analysis to see what is above and what is below. GRT is maintaining that support line quite well too. MKR is wobbling around support, but it's quite doing a good job of holding it. Atom is starting to get over that resistance. It will probably come back for a retest. Tezos, XTZ, was maintaining that support. It's still moving up in price, just not at the same angle as that support line. AVAX held the support really, really well, wobbled a bit as Bitcoin came down, and that's fair. And as Bitcoin came up, it came up. Bitcoin came down, it came down. Very typical alt behavior to follow Bitcoin's price action. BTT, BitTorrent, it's doing really well. We've got some considerable strength occurring here. HBAR is still increasing. It's just at that support. We can see that Decred has broken down. It was doing a really great job of maintaining that support, but it's broken down. We always know price is always moving in a wave. It's going down and then up, and then down, and then up and down. This is just normal price behavior. Engine broke this resistance, came up, retested, resumed. It's consolidating currently. Zilliqa was doing quite well, dropped under support, and now is under resistance, but we can see it's resuming up. It is increasing in price. KSM has not been increasing at the same price percentage rate as other alts are. This is almost what you would call a strength line. It's an angle. Some very strong alts are above this angle. KSM is doing quite well. It is improving in price, not to the same percentage as other alts, but it is on the way up. CHZ, Chiles, we can see it's consolidating underneath resistance. Waves is also consolidating underneath resistance. EGLD is quite interesting. It came down, hovered along this support line, and just took off recently. Dash has done quite well. It's holding this support. It's just currently consolidating under resistance. XEM has shown a little bit of weakness here. There's a slight improvement, but it's still under resistance. ZEC has done quite well. It's maintained this support line very well. HNT has basically wobbled around the support line, but it's not bad. YFI is under resistance, still increasing, but not at the same rate as a lot of other alts. HOT is doing quite well. It's been consolidating along this particular line. It is under resistance, but it's showing a bit of price momentum, positive price momentum. OMG was holding the support line, came into consolidation, just going up a little bit, but still under resistance. NIA is under resistance, but still improving. Basic Attention Token is holding that support line really well. BNT continues to move up, but not at the same rate as a lot of other alts. It's just under resistance. QTUM Quantum is doing quite well. It's holding that particular support line very well. Horizon Zen is improving in price, but still below resistance, but improving. Ontology ONT is holding the support line quite well. CRV was under that support line. It's acted as resistance. Ravencoin is flying. Look at that increase. How impressive. It was holding support very well, and now it's decided to take off. CTSI was holding support, but it's been rejected, but it's still improving in price. AR has been holding support, dipped a little under, trying to get back above, but still under resistance. Dent held support, weakened, and is trying to resume up, but it's still under resistance. DSLA is just a community favorite. It's riding along on top of support. IOST, another community favorite. These are all community favorite coins. This list was put together as I reached out to the community and said, what alts do you have? What would you like me to analyze? We're very, very community driven channel. Okay, IOST held support quite well. It's underneath resistance, but seeking to come back and turn that into support. Nano is currently under resistance. NMR did its absolute best to get above that resistance and turn it to support, but it was rejected down. We can see some long tail rejections here. It's just consolidating underneath resistance. RSR has quite a lot of strength in it. It's almost managed to get across from the resistance side to the support side. Not quite there yet, but it's certainly improving in price. SXP continues to gain positive air, fresh air. That is a sign of strength. That's what we're looking for. Alts like that are good to have. I hope you found the content useful. Everything I do for you is free. Please be aware of scammers. Thank you to our moderators for keeping our community safe. I do these videos to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love. Please say hi and let me know where you're viewing from, and if you have any questions, it would be nice to hear from you. If you would like daily updates 7 days a week on price movements in the crypto market, please subscribe to YouTube, and you can join Facebook and Discord, and you can direct message me on Twitter. All of these groups are free. Crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there, take care, and see you next time. Bye for now.